Yeah, everyone, this is Thermites, and this is the update. I can't call it a weekly update, at least not right now. Oh my god, it's been a long time. I apologize. First and foremost, after that, let's do a recap for anyone who hasn't been following the saga. If you're clicking on this video just because you're like, hey, it's it's May the 5th at this point. It's May the 5th. Why is there a weekly Shonen Jump reaction from March the 9th of 2025 coming out right now? The answer is I've had really, really, really bad health problems this year. It's been rough. It's been really, really rough. I can't lie. But so I went down for the entire month of April. I went to my beloved husband Donut Reactions' house. We've had a really, 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 really good time. Worked through a lot of stuff. Also, just, it allowed me to, rest and recuperate and, train my body back up as well. So I wasn't just, laying in bed all the time. While I was doing all of that, I did, in fact, record all of the weekly Shonen Jumps for March. So that's going to be a little confusing for me personally. So I've got, March 3rd, March the 9th up to March 30th, and this is just, time, the text file for the start of April. I need to start recording the April reactions. So, also, I recorded some of these in parts, so I'm gonna have to, stitch them together. We'll figure it out. But basically, I've got the March stuff on my computer. I just need to stitch together and render it and do timestamps and all that dog shit. I'm gonna try and do most of that this week. I'm also gonna do some recording, because I wanna, stay on that horse. I wanna keep it fresh. But genuinely, this might be a bit of a stretch. I'm really hoping that I can, in fact, get all of these done in this week, and that feels like a lot. But if I have some bleed over, it's fine. I can put out 2 or 3 of them this week, and then one next week or something. And if I keep on recording while I'm doing that, I do think the catch-up strat can, in fact, work out. So, yeah, we're not starting at scratch. I'm not starting in March and having to, in real time, catch up on 2 months. I just need to catch up on 1 month. I was really hoping to do more, but I had listen, I wanted to spend a lot of time with my beloved husband. That, and also, I recorded some stuff for the Patreon that'll roll out eventually. It's probably not for everyone. It's rather niche in terms of appeal, but it was a bit of a passion project. So, I do think if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't be back on the horse. I also did some Canadian-American trade negotiations, and I've worked out a deal with the donuts, because my videos, if you've noticed, they're not edited particularly well, and that will not be getting better. Instead, for anything that he is not interested in watching or reading or whatnot, I've negotiated that, for the stuff that isn't Jump, essentially. He really wants me to do more recording, and if I do more recording, if I, get back on the Soul Eater train, if I do some more Dorohedoro, if I do some more Chainsaw Man and Soul Eater, the 2 big priority ones right now. But if I do more of those, he's a big editing machine, so I can just send those to him. He'll get them edited for me, and that would actually help a lot with catching up on the stuff that isn't Jump. But of course, the problem is, I react to One Piece, so he can't do Jump. And I wouldn't want him to do Jump, if it meant, potentially spoiling himself or whatnot. Plus, there's other stuff that he might eventually get to in the reactions. So, we'll see. So, in terms of me catching up, I still do have to render and edit all these fucking jumps and record more jumps. That hasn't changed, but I'm also carving away a little more time in my weeks to hopefully, this week is going to be all Jump shits. After that, I'm hopefully going to be able to, balance doing Jump with other stuff. That's really why I want to do all the jumps this week, if I can swing it, if it's possible. Gonna really, really, really try to do a lot of editing, a lot of rendering, and these are probably not going to be edited as good as usual, just to try and, push through the backlog. But, honestly, I've had many people say you can just put them out raw and it should be fine. And I'm uncomfortable with that. That's a me thing. I don't actually pause that much. A lot of the time when I'm reacting and whatnot, it is like wall of sound and then a break, wall of sound, bit of a break. I don't really edit out like the stuff, like tangents, like actual content. So, that's why I mainly just cut silences. That's also why it'll be very easy for Donut to really help me out with the non-jump stuff. And truly, if it's a jump that doesn't have One Piece in it, I might just ask him. I might just say, like, hey, can you give this a swing? He's very, very interested in the Promised Neverland. Or not the Promised Neverland, the Elusive Samurai. So, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah. What do I want to hit? I think I've said basically I need everything I needed to say. Jumps will start rolling out. If you don't watch these, totally fine. It's going to be a lot of shit. Like, also, I'm putting out, like, if I add all of this crap up, can it tell me? No, it won't even, like, sum them all together. But that's at least, this is like 8 hours of content. After editing it down, maybe 6 hours. It's a lot. It might be too much. If you don't watch these, I fully understand. You don't have to. You really don't have to, but I want them to be out there. For the sake of completion, for the sake of, actually covering everything. I really, really, really want to. I also have loaded up over here, the April 7th or April 6th, I believe, like One Piece, or sorry, not One Piece, a Weekly Shonen Jump. So as soon as I'm done doing this redirect, I'm gonna put out this video so you guys have something to look at. And then I could do more editing, but I've also started waking up much earlier. I think I can commit to also, like, I used to really, really, really want to record all of Jump in one go, and I might still. But at the Donut's house, I really, really, really got used to the concept of what if I break it up? Like Donut records in relatively small chunks. I don't know if anyone would notice that actually, because he just edits it all together really well. Slash, like, recording some, taking a break, recording some, taking a break is really not that bad. It's something I've had to really, really, really push myself through. It'll be fine. I think I said that in one of my previous reactions while I was sick. Like, I say, like, oh, even though I'm sick, I can still do it. But for real, this time, we're gonna actually do it. Anyways, I apologize if anything's fucked up. I think the audio is worse. Donut always says the audio from his mic is better. We'll agree to disagree on that one. In any case, I'll get back to it. I'll get back to the jump mines. Oh, I forgot to turn on the lights. It's fine. It's fine. We are in the era of we're just gonna do it. We're in the era of doing reactions again. We're in the era of the big comeback. If you want to talk about any of these chapters as the reactions are coming out, please talk about them on the server. Let me know what's going on in the world of Jump. I know I'm inherently backlogged, so you can't really talk about a lot of recent stuff, but hopefully I'll be fixing that error as we move forward. Thank you guys so much for continuing to support the channel. Thank you for also supporting Donut's channel. I really do appreciate it. I really, really, really do. I'll try to fill out some of these redirects with more stories of my trip as well. That might be fun to actually fill these out. I got 8 goddamn redirects I'll need to do, and not all of them can be about the chapters. Oh yeah, by the way, fucking Jump, right. This One Piece chapter is the insane one. It's really crazy, mythical shit going on in this chapter. A great antagonist was introduced in this week's star of Beethoven. We had, let's see, Sakamoto Days banged. Oh yeah. The Sakamoto Days chapter. I've been talking about this so much off channel with Donut. He's not gonna catch up on Sakamoto Days, but with Donut, with Tequila Zaku, also incredible friend of the channel. God. Sakamoto Days. I can't believe we have 2 different assassination series in Jump that both pulled a similar in theory twist. They're executing it in different ways, but the fact that we've got 2 villain plans that are extremely funny to describe to Americans is extremely good. Anyways, that's that. I'll see ya next time I do an upload for another redirect. Truly, the most recent shit you're going to get from me are the redirects. Also, if there's anything you want me to talk about in one of these redirects, let me know. This is a new thing to do. I can just do this going forward as well, because my redox don't have any shit in them usually. So, if there's anything you want me to talk about in a redirect specifically, we can, in fact, do that. I have the capacity. Okay, that's that. That's that. Time to record some jump. Bye for now. Nya nya. By the way, I'm getting lazy with the nyas. Like, this is not. This is like a nya, right? This. I'll try and do this again. It's been a hot minute.